the Federal Reserve, which has been a driving force, of course, for stocks. The market has been looking for an interest rate cut maybe as early as next month. Any suggestion that one is coming, investors cheer. Any suggestion of something else, stocks falter. And that's what happened today. Fed Chair Jerome Powell said that the Fed is grappling with whether to reduce interest rates. And while he did say there is a case to be made for lowering them preemptively, he also said he did not know how long all of the current economic uncertainties will last. And he warned against monetary policy that responds to short-term political interests. Today, the Dow fell 179 points, just off its lows at 26,548. The Nasdaq was down 120. The S&P 500 slid by 27. Dominic Chu starts us off tonight.
Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell speaking at the Council on Foreign Relations, saying the Federal Reserve will act as appropriate to sustain the expansion. He says uncertainty over trade and global growth have increased, but he is grappling over whether these uncertainties will continue. Still, Powell saying the economy has performed reasonably well this year and that the baseline outlook for the Fed remains favorable and that policy should not overreact to any one data point. Powell also hinting at possible insurance rate cuts, pointing to research that shows it's best to act sooner and more forcefully.
I think in a world of lower interest rates, the research seems to show, and I think this is fairly widely accepted, that it's better to act preemptively. As a general matter, I think most central banks would want to act preemptively and not let a downturn gather steam, in a sense. The thought being an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Now, this comes after St. Louis Federal Reserve President James Bullard spoke on Bloomberg earlier regarding his dissenting vote in last week's Federal Reserve policy meeting. Bullard saying now seems like a good time for an insurance rate cut, but that a 50 basis point rate cut may be overdone. He says he does see 50 basis points worth of cuts by the end of the year in total. Bullard said he hopes Fed action will straighten out the yield curve as well. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Dominic Chu.